Hello everybody, welcome on in. Now I'm a little bit early today, but we've been having storms here, and I'm hoping that the torrential downpours doesn't cause any issues as far as internet and that goes. Hey Tina, you guys gotten any rain yet? Or still nothing? I don't know if you can hear it, but it's rumbling out there. I think I'm a little crooked, but I'm not going to worry too much about it today. So if you see me go like this, it's because I'm trying to straighten it. Unless it's really bothering. If it's bothering, I can get up and straighten it. Do I need to straighten it a little? You know what? I'm anal. I'm going to go straighten it. Alright, hopefully that's straight. Hope, hope, hope. Much better. Okay, put my glasses right there. So, I got this at Hobbies, and I did some prep work, and the drawer comes out. I did some prep work just in case it does decide to cause issues, the good old rain. Thanks. See? Look at, can you see the wood grain? I like that. I really like that. So I'm going to take the drawer out because I used the paint to do like a little painting there. The Dixie Belle Mason Dixon Gray. So that's what I use there. But now, what I want to do is this side and this side. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do the back. And I'm going to put some crackle on it. I'm going to do it in sections because I'm also going to use the Dixie Belle Quiet Cove. Don't need that. So let's get some crackle on here. And I'm going to use this brush because if I don't want to wash it out, I can just throw it away. Kind of thick there, and I don't want it that thick. Yeah, I like it too. At first I was like, it looks pretty grayish to me. Well, to me it looked like a purplish gray. And it looked a little darker. And at first I thought, well, I'll put 2 coats on here. And then I thought, oh no, I like the way it's showing the wood grain. But it's still going to get covered up anyway because we're going to put the Quiet Cove on here. But I am not doing the raised edge. I'm going to leave that as like a border. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to do this in sections. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's rumbling out there. I still have my heat gun that was giving me problems, and I'm contemplating using it. Because it dries faster than this little gun. But this one is super quiet. You can't hear this, I know. This is the rumbling, the thunder. Well, that's good. I was sitting back here earlier when I was messing around doing stuff, and all of a sudden it was like, oh my God, it was torrential downpours. I love this heat gun. It's super quiet, but I wish they'd make one that you could change the temperature settings on it. I'd like that better. Because it seems like I don't want to get right on top of it, because then it would start bubbling. But with the other ones, you can get it to dry faster. I wonder if you're going to get any rain out there, if you're going to get bypassed, Tina. Okay, just a couple spots still feel a little wet. Hi, Karen, how are you? What I have here is this, and it has a little drawer. I did base coat it with the Dixie Belle Mason-Dixon Gray. And then I just put on this side, I just put some Crackle, and now I'm going to do the Quiet Cove over it. Yeah, and I'm going to get another one. I'm just a little leery about trying to use, because it could have been like you said, it could have been my surge protector that went haywire and just caused the heat gun to act like that. But it kind of makes me a little nervous. I'm going to paint that top here too. What the heck? Because I like this color. You know what? I need to use a different brush. This one's too fluffy. Too fluffy. Because I want to get all the way in the corner here. I thought we had a possibility for rain. I did not realize that, because the last time I had looked, it was a small percentage. So I wasn't expecting to get rain. And then when it started downpouring, I'm like, oh man, it's really coming down. So I was a little surprised. Oops, got some on the edge that I didn't want to get. But you know what? This is like an old boat. So if there's a little here and there, I'm okay with that. Of course, you know me, have to get it on my fingers. So we're going to leave that dry, and we're going to put some on the back here, because yeah, even though most people don't see the back, I figured I'm going to do it anyway. And I probably should be using a bigger brush than I'm still using. Would make it easier. Now, let's try this one. Move that one to the water. So I do like the Dixie Belle Crackle, and that's what I'm using. I have done it with the Mod Podge, and I've done it with the glue, but my favorite is the Dixie Belle. Can y'all tell? It's about half gone. So how's everybody's day been so far? I say so far because everybody's in different time zones. Here, we're getting close to dinner time, so. I know. I have something I have to get done, so that's why I jumped on half an hour early. I know it's a little early for some people, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. It's been okay. Holding the cord because I'm afraid it's gonna hit on here. And I don't want it to do that. Hi Mickey, how are you? I miss my other dryer. It dries so much faster. Oh, you got your tomato plants planted today? So you actually need some rain. Hi, Becky. Yeah, a little early today. I'll show you as soon as I dry this. This is shaped like a boat, and it has a drawer at the bottom. What I first did is I put a coat of the Mason-Dixon gray on it. And then I'm putting crackle on the sides, the back, and the side here. And then I am using the silk, Dixie Belle Silk Quiet Cove. I'm glad you're all having a good day. This is like a boat, but this is still wet, so I don't want to, in some areas, I don't want to pick it up yet. Well, actually, I could here. So it looks like that. And then we're going to, like, decorate it up. Yep, some areas are still too wet. I agree, Tina. This is good for a backup, but I miss my bigger heat gun. It zips right on through it. When I first started out, I had this, and it was, I didn't know any better, so it, I just worked with it. But now that, you're doing more things, I think this is good for like a backup, but I like the other heat guns better personally. Becky, have you been on? Have I been missing you? Because usually I get like a little notice that you're on, and I don't know if I've just been missing them. or you haven't been on lately. Getting there. Feel like this is watching it dry. Most of it's dry. It's just a couple spots. So let me show you. This is the one side we already did. I have not for a while, but my plan is to be back tonight again. Oh, okay. Now, I was wondering because I try to, if I don't get to watch somebody every day, I try to watch them, you know, at least a couple times or go back and watch replays. And I haven't seen anything, and I thought, well, maybe I'm missing it. Or need to go back in and check my settings, because sometimes, you know, our friendly FB likes to change settings on us. It's raining again, y'all. I don't know if y'all can hear it. Tina, I'll be more than happy to send some your way. Your tomato plants would probably appreciate it. I thought after the real good downpours, we wouldn't have any more. But I was wrong. Is it? Well, hopefully it doesn't get too bad for you. I don't know if y'all can already see, it's already starting to crackle there. And I am not going to touch that with the heat gun, because I'm just going to move right on in over to this side. Because I'm just going to do this side. And then that's all that's going to be crackled. Man, it's coming down again. Hopefully it doesn't affect we don't get too much so that the river gets affected again, because we got a lot of derby functions that go on, and they just got the Great Lawn all cleaned up, and now here comes some more rain. One of my favorite things for the Derby, besides watching the fastest 2 minutes with the racing, is watching the, Thunder over Louisville. Hi, Deb. And then watching the boat race with the bell and that. But none of that could happen this year. Because the river was up so high. 90% tomorrow, or today, I mean. I missed that somehow. Has it started raining there yet, Tina? Maybe you're just not going to get any today. I don't know what that was hanging on there, but we don't want it there. So anybody on here, if you're not following anybody who's on their page, please follow them. It helps everybody when you follow us. and we all greatly appreciate it. We have a great bunch. We have a great bunch on our team, and we have a great bunch of crafters because we all help each other. We all get it. It's hard to watch everybody, but the good thing is if you can, say hi or go on and watch a replay or a live every so often, that's appreciated. But the following helps us tremendously too. Not yet. You might not get any. It might be all staying over here. Tina and I are about 35-40 minutes away from each other. Starting to crackle more back here. I don't know if y'all can see that. And it's like fine crackles here. The thicker, I was told the thicker you put it on, the more prominent crackles you get. And I didn't put it on that thick this time. I probably should have, because it would have been probably more accurate for an old boat. But I didn't. Oh, thanks for the snowballs. I appreciate it. This, I know I told at the beginning that I didn't say since. I got this at Hobbies over in the woods section. And if y'all are looking for those candlesticks, like the one I used yesterday, they should be over there also. Mickey, if you got the Dixie Belle crackle, you'll love it. I like it. That's one of my faves. And like I was showing everybody, you could tell it's about half gone. So I will have to be getting some more here. So we're not going to use the Quiet Cove in that anymore. We're going to let this do its little fine crackling and dry. I was thinking, well, I didn't put it away yet. The drawer goes in here. It's got a little hanger on it, so I'm going to hold that. The drawer goes up in the front here. I was thinking about just crackling, let's say this a little more delicately, crackling just the front of the drawer and leaving the rest the same. Do you think I should go ahead and crackle, go with my first instinct and crackle the... I'm thinking yes. Crackle the front of the drawer. And yes, I painted the bottom too. I think we're going to give it a shot. My only thing is on the drawer is I can't take the knob off, so I got to be kind of careful about that. And why did I throw that in here? Let me see if it's still... Okay, I can still use it. You got some from Paula? I don't know who I got this from. I don't remember, I'll be honest, because I've had it here for a while. But you'll like it. Also, if anybody didn't see on my Facebook, on my page, my post, on May the 24th, several of us are in a event with Wild Honey. If y'all wouldn't mind saving the date so you can watch us. There's going to be a lot of good crafters on. And I believe Mickey is one of them. Hey, Ken. I'm excited about doing the event. it's kind of put me to a little more challenge is what I want to say. I'm not a pink person, so there's my challenge. But I have ideas. So I'm excited about it. Your first one? Oh, you'll do fine, Mickey. And what the best part about it is, we all usually follow each other throughout the day and watch each other. And it's good because then you got more people there and conversation keeps rolling. Hey, Tony, how are you? So that's what I like events, because there's a lot more people that come on and follow. So there's a lot more conversation going on. The bad part is sometimes the comments go by real fast. So how much longer for your lives on your other page, Mickey? We're going to give that a whirl. I tossed my brush in there, so luckily I have some more. I wish that Hobbies would come up with another brush sale. They had some really nice brushes up there. Wish me luck that I don't hit the knob, because I didn't want to get the knob. That's why I'm kind of trying to do it in sections here. So far so good. Not hitting it. That might have hit it. See, spoke too soon. Well, we'll fix that. I'll go up around the edge here just a little bit. Just a group for now. Glad you're doing okay. Yes, if anybody hasn't joined Mickey's group, go ahead and join. And then when she gets her other page and all that going, just follow on over. So as it dries, it starts crackling, which is nice. All right. I'm going to give this a little dry here because some of it's not totally dry yet. And I don't want to hit it with my hand. Hi, Denise. How are you? Thank you. I love the Quiet Cove. And I'll be honest. When I first looked at the Mason-Dixon, I thought, okay, it's a gray with a little bit of like a purplish, and I like it, like a purple hue to it, which is this color on the inside. I like that too. Now it's still not perfectly dry, but we're gonna leave it and go with it. So this, as you can see, has some fine crackle to it. This has fine crackle in the back, and same on the side, because I didn't go as heavy as I probably could have. Okay. And then we'll leave our drawer finished drying. So now, my thoughts, since it is Nautical, I have sand dollar here. I don't know what's on this one. I have a sand dollar. I have two, but we're only going to use one. I have a starfish. These, I think, I'm not sure where these came from. Doesn't even say on here. But this is the tag. It could have been Hobbies, but it could have been this other place called At Home. I'm not sure. I don't know if y'all have At Homes there or not. So what I was thinking for the inside, like putting the sand dollar in here and one of the starfish, and then for the drawer, where did I put it? I was thinking of taking a little bit of the floral foam, and I have these little guys here, and get a little bit of moss that I have around here and put it in here and have these guys sitting up there. But I also have, if we want to put little pops of color, we can put some of that in there. I know, giving y'all a lot to take in. This is my favorite floral foam to use. The other one is more crumbly and holy, and this comes out, it's a lot smoother and easier to cut. Will this be big enough? Yeah. I think I'm just going to do that. We may have to trim it up a little bit, but that's okay. And I just take this and slice it. So it don't even need a knife. But I like it. It doesn't crumble, doesn't make a big old mess. The other stuff is holier and makes a bigger mess. Okay, we need to cut a little bit off of here. You get very little mess with this. So I'm going to stick that. We might need to take a little more off because I want it to sit down just a little bit, but I want the characters to be right up so you can kind of see them. Okay, that should work. And where did I put my... We can use some of this, I guess. Get my little glue gun. And you know what? I did it again. I was talking about it yesterday, and I forgot. I forgot to bring back the Vaseline to try what somebody said. I think it was on YouTube or something where I saw it, and they said, take a little bit of Vaseline just around the edges of your glue gun, and you won't get all that spidering. I'm like, okay. So I have another one. Did I put it down here? Let me see. Yep. So we can either use this moss, or I can pull out some of the green and put the green in here. It's like this one. We can use that one, or we can use the moss. It's more like brown. And then we can put the little dudes in there. So y'all tell me which one y'all think. The green? Hi, Stephanie. Okay, we can use the green. I'm okay with that. I don't feel like I use a lot of moss, but then when I go to use it, I'm like, dang, I just had some. What did I do with it? And I guess I use more than I think I do. I don't know. So that's one thing that I have figured out you always need to have plenty of. That and jute. And different kinds of jute, for sure. Different styles and sizes. I could could have gotten this. I'm not sure where I got these at either. This could have been Hobbies also, because they have like those little miniature section. So I could have gotten that from there. I did have a terrific idea, y'all. Yes, raffia. Thank you for sprinkling. The great idea was that I don't have it, having like a little fishnet. That would have been perfect, but I thought I had one, and I don't. So, before we do finish our drawer, do we want to use the sand dollar maybe up here and put our little starfish down here, or vice versa? I'm thinking put the sand dollar maybe up top. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't show y'all, sorry. Put the sand dollar up here. Or we could put the sand dollar down here. And then we could put the starfish up here. But I'm kind of thinking maybe put the sand dollar at the top. I'm trying to get that to stay so it don't fall. No. Trying to make sure y'all can see it. Well, it's not going to do it unless I glue it. And put the sand dollar at the bottom. Let's do the starfish at the top. Only because it's lighter and I think it won't slide as bad, even or use as much glue. And I have a feeling that the sand dollar will give me grief on, keep putting glue, keep putting glue. But I said, yes, raffia we need, moss, the jute, glue sticks and glue. That's a definite must. I didn't dry the top, y'all. Just got paint on my finger. And this I'm going to put off to the side a little bit. Yeah, Tina, after I was asking about it, I thought, you know what? The sand dollar's a little bit heavier. So it's going to take a lot of glue if I want to keep it up at the top. Of course, I could have used Star Bond or Stick Fast. So there's that so far. Then I have a lobster. And he's just going to slide there for a minute. And we have a fish we can put in here. And then we can put these little guys down in here and even another starfish or a sand dollar. No. Let's leave that right there. Let's mess with this for a second. We can put him right here. We could kind of have him right on the edge because he has the little wood. I just don't think these guys fit in here. I think these guys fit down here. And I could put another little starfish on the back. What do you think about that? And still put Mr. Lobster and Fish in there. Or we could put a sand dollar down here. Either or. But I'm thinking the pelican and that looks like a pigeon to me, can be down here. What do you think about that? This or this? And it'll be up a little bit because I'm not going to close the drawer all the way. I'm going to glue the drawer so it has to stay kind of open. So y'all think about that one, and I'm going to go ahead and glue my drawer. the paper. Well, come on, stick. No, if anything, it has to be the sand dollar. I think I'm going to put that. I'm going to have to put some more glue on there, but kind of like there. Yeah, because the other sand dollar's right there, so it kind of gets in the way. And let's see, we could put the fish right here and the lobster like crawling up is my thoughts. All right, this glue is going to come off because I want to reverse the fish. You know what I was just thinking? I could take little dollops of the glue right by the fish and almost try to make it look like bubbles coming out of there. It might be a stretch. Man, my hands do not want to work. Just toss it here, toss it there. Toss it everywhere. So we haven't done this for a while. Today is Ask Me Any Appropriate Question. And I say appropriate because we don't want anything bad on here. Anything you may not already know about me or was curious. I'm going to put him over here, I think. I want to put him a little in. So if anybody has inquiring minds, go ahead and ask away. Okay, so what do you think? Yeah, it looks pretty good. Do we want to add any of these or no? I'm thinking what's there is fine. Tina. I'm thinking what's here is fine. But we could stick, it would give it a little dimension, maybe put like the, if anything, like the coral in there. We might do that just to see. Well, the whole thing is not coming out. There we go. Thank you, ma'am. Let's see what this looks like. I don't know, can you see it down in there? I can put another one up a little higher. It gives it a little something. maybe right in between. I could, let's see, turn it. This could put the seahorse up there, or we could put the turtle up there if we wanted to put something up there, one of the turtles, or just leave it. Turtles, seahorse, nothing. I can put it back. Here would be, and I'm not sticking it on there yet, here would be the seahorse, or we could put some on the side, on the edges, or is that too much? Put something on the front of the drawer. Let's see, we probably have to put the smaller turtle because the other one's going to be too big. And they kind of stand out some, so. We got, whale would be too big. I could get the seahorse up here at the top. If we put the seahorse up here, the little tail would hang off. If I put the turtle up there, he fits almost perfectly. I'm thinking maybe the seahorse. Just to give it a little more something, make it look like you're in the sea. I don't know that we want to add anything else. What do you think? What do you think? Hi, Swirls and Swags. For some reason, I am not remembering your first name, and I thought I had it written down. So, I apologize for that. We're going to write it down now. And you're probably going to tell me, and I'm going to go, well, duh, I knew that. Sam. Hi, Sam. We were just talking. I was just asking if I needed to add or wanted to add any more little stuff, but I'm thinking it looks good the way it is. This was all raw wood, and what I did was take some Dixie Belle Mason Dixon Gray, did the inside and did the sides and the back. Then I took some Dixie Belle Crackle and didn't put it on real heavy because I wanted like a fine crackle. So as you can see, there's a fine crackle there, fine crackle on the side, a little bit on the back, and the other side, and I got some moss sticking to the back. And then what I did after that was take the Silk Quiet Cove and went over there, and that's what gave me the crackle after putting the Dixie Belle Crackle on. And then we added all this stuff, and the drawer comes out, but I glued it in there and put these little guys on there. Thank you. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you hopping on. Hope you're having a lovely day. Tina lives like about 35-40 minutes from me. She has not had any rain at all. We have had several torrential downpours here in Louisville. I told her she can have the rain, but that's fine. It is what it is. And it's, Tina, my name is Michelle. It's all good. I get it. There's a lot of us out there. And Sandy from Keeping It Crafty with Sandy, she told me about a cheat sheet that she had. So I asked her, could you send me that? So anybody who's not on the cheat sheet, I try to add on here. So I have a little cheat sheet here that I can go and look and say, okay, let me see who am I looking at? And I love it because it makes it easier, because it is hard to remember all of us. Hi, Kathy. Thank you. I appreciate it. So tomorrow is Friday. I will be on tomorrow. I'll be back on my same time at 5 p.m. EST. If there's anybody on here that you are not following, please follow them. It helps our pages. And unfortunately, I am getting ready to get off, but this was my project for today. I did get this piece from Hobby Lobby. I believe I got these little dies from Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure about the sand dollar and the starfish, but I'm going to say Hobbies, or it could have been a place that we have called At Home. And this was back where they keep the little wood pieces, and they also have those like candlesticks. They're about this high, and they have the rounder base. They're back there. I'm on the east side of Birmingham, and it's rained here. Oh no. My son used to live down in Mobile. He used to live down there, my son and my daughter-in-law, and now they've been up here in Louisville for quite a while. Yeah, I like being by it. I'm not one. I don't like being out far in the ocean, put it that way. I like to see land. But I like the water. I love waterfalls. We've had rain here so much that we had to wait for the river to crest. And then they did a bunch of cleanup after it, all the water went back, because our grand lawn, that's where they do a lot of events for the Derby coming up here. And several of them had to be canceled because of the water, but well, thank you all for hopping on, and I will hopefully see you all tomorrow. I will be on at 5 p.m. EST. Everybody stay safe if you're having storms, and if you're not, stay safe. Have a good evening, and I hope to see you all tomorrow. Thanks for hopping on. Love y'all. Appreciate you being here. Highlight of my day. Thumbs have not been working, but we're going to give it a try. I don't know why they're not working. Maybe they quit. There's no heart. Have a good evening, everybody. Thunderstorms. Oh, hopefully it does pass, because when it's nice out, you want to enjoy it and not have to worry about the rain. Have a good one, everybody. See y'all tomorrow. Bye.